Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my SUKUNA moveset I made on the strongest Battlegrounds. And before we start, I'm just going to say right now, I'm not the best at making movesets. So if you're looking for some professional made whatever moveset, this isn't the video for it. But it's just a fun little moveset I made, and I'm going to explain how I made it too, in case any of you are having trouble. So first I'm just going to show you the base moves, and then after that I'll explain how I made each one of them. So if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I might even do more of these videos. Okay? Okay, so that was my moveset, and now I'm gonna start explaining all of the processes that I use to make these, and yeah, let's get into it. First move, this is what it looks like in the skill builder. And yeah, so this move, it's simple but kinda complex at the same time. So of course, for the first part I used the shove animation, and I used the normal punch animation, which these you can get from Load. You can just search up all these pre-made stuff, and that's what I primarily used for this moveset. I didn't really make a lot, but I did make some. So, on to the hitboxes. First one, I made it so there was low damage because it's the first hit, no pushback, so the guy stays in one place, and it's just like kind of like a stun move that does a little bit of damage. In the second hit, that's when I add all the pushback, and that launches them in a direction. Now, for this teleport, you just have to make it so this victim is not turned on, so it teleports you instead of him. And then you just place it where you want to teleport, and then it'll just teleport you there, and not the victim. And it can make some cool little moves. So I like it. I didn't use any of the branches or anything, but these branches, they are pretty useful. So you should start using these if you want to make good movesets, because I didn't know about branches until like 3/4 of the way through the moveset, and I should have used this to like add all the VFX and stuff like that on the teleport. But yeah, I just added the VFX right here. This is the little particle thing I added to make like a little dust thing when you teleport. I put it right before the teleport, so it leaves it before you teleport, and it makes like a cool little thing. And for the sounds, I just used the Load, searched up some good slashing and punching sounds, and that was the best. But yeah, that's it for the first move. Okay, so for this one, it was probably the most simple. I just added a bunch of hitboxes here to simulate like a bunch of slashes. Now there is a better way you can do this by going into loop and hitting the loop button and just like configuring it that way, but I didn't know that, so I did it the hard way. So for the animation, I just used water stream because it was a pre-made animation. And for the sounds, I just took a ton of sounds and I just put a bunch of them right here to like just have a bunch of slashes. And that's the same with the VFX. I just stacked as many as I could on top of each other and like rotated them so it looked good. So now it looks like there's a ton of slashes and with a bunch of slash noises. So this one, it's pretty simple. You just gotta make a bunch of low damage hitboxes and add a bunch of pre-made stuff, and then boom, you already have the move. Okay, so this one is probably the hardest because I had no idea how I was gonna make a fire arrow. Because I wanted it to be like a projectile, but this was before I found out that you can have projectile hitboxes, so I did it a weird way. But this is one of the ways you can do it. So here, let me show you what it looks like. Well, that was in the middle. Here's what it looks like at the start. As you can see, I have a huge hitbox as soon as I fire the arrow. Right there, it's like a huge rectangle. Now, that's not how you normally make projectiles, but it's what I had to do because I did not have the experience to do it. But here, for the animation, I split singularity, so it only has the slow charging up part of it. So that would be like SUKUNA, like doing the hand thing, where he like pushes it together and stuff like that. For the fire arrow end, I actually animated it myself, because I didn't see any good ones. And it's pretty simple. It's just like a, here. It shows the arm going all the way back, one arm going all the way front, tilt the torso, tilt the legs a little bit, and it's not a good animation, but I think it gets the job done, so I'm pretty happy with it. And for the fire, it actually had a bunch of pre-made stuff for a fire arrow, so that was really good. Here's two of them. I used these to get two together to show the fire arrow. And for the sounds, I just used a bunch of wind impacts and fire movements. The wind kind of feels like the fire charging up, and the fire movement shows like the giant explosion and stuff like that. Now, for the giant explosion that you see at the end, this is a pre-made one, and I just like expanded it a ton and moved it over there. And I tried to make it so it fills up the hitbox, so it doesn't, you know, show not an explosion getting on you when you get hit by the hitbox, so it wouldn't be confusing. But yeah, that's it for the fire arrow. This was the hardest, even though it doesn't seem that hard. I was stuck on this for a while, but yeah. Now, for the last move, the cut and counter, this was really simple, and it was going to be really hard, except this is the part where I discovered branches. And branches, it's kind of like a if and then command, if you know what that is. It's like two outcomes. You got one outcome, which is the expire, another outcome, which is the actual counter. Now, for the counter, I just use this, which is like a status effect. Or it's a utility, it's one of these. Yeah, it's utility, never mind. It's a utility, and it pretty much does the whole like counter stuff. Like it adds these two branches, so you don't really have to do a lot with the actual counter mechanic. All you have to do is add like a little animation and the sound if you want to. But yeah, for the expire, I just made it so you're stunned, and you do like a little animation, like, oh, you can't hit me, now you can hit me back, kind of like that. I added a little sound effect too. Here's what the counter actually looks like. I made all these animations myself, because I had a specific way I wanted it to look, so I made them all myself. And for the counter, I just added a huge hitbox, And here's where I actually use the loop for the hitbox, because I think that would be a lot better than adding like a million tiny hitboxes. So I use the loop, and I use the stun the person who's getting hit so they can't just walk around. And then for the hits, I just used a ton of sounds that were already made. Katana hit, which is really good for slashing noises, and they already had a cleave, so I just used this. And for this is just the custom animation. Let me show you. He kind of like goes up in the air, kind of like that one SUKUNA move, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what it looks like when it's not used. And here's what it looks like when it is used. I like it. I think this is one of my better moves, even though it's kind of weird. But I really do like it. But that's it for all the moves. So that's it for this video. Now, I know this isn't the best guide, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of just winged it the whole time. But I did make a moveset, and I'm kind of proud of that. So if you want me to maybe get better at making movesets and make a little bit more of them, make sure to like and subscribe, because I do like making movesets, except they are pretty hard to make. So make sure to show some love if you really do like me making these movesets. We are almost at 165 subscribers, which is pretty nice. That's pretty close to 200, so if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, see ya.